Good morning, healing friends. And this is Steve. And boy, is it an energetically active time on the planet. I had one of them will be probably listening to this later, but I had two conversations on the phone with dear friends of mine, and both of them I had to say, well, if you want to have a conversation with me, you need to turn your television off. Because I don't want to have a conversation connected to televised programming. Now, it's interesting. It's called televised programming, and there's also a term, hypnotic programming. And they're pretty much one and the same. If you're watching television, and this may be hypnotic programming too, programming you to like change, just change in your own way, through your own intuition. But anyway, I managed to get the one to turn off the TV. And then while I was talking to that one about another one that she and I both know, that one called. So the phone started ringing, it was him. And we were at the end of the conversation of the first one. So she said, okay, great. Well, we'll talk again later. Go ahead and talk to the other one. We're all just one. It was pretty humorous that when I was talking about him, kind of addressing some of my concerns about him, that he should call. It's called synchronicity, I think. Okay. This is day 3. I rely on this very much to help me understand particular days. What are the frequencies of those days? And I'm just gonna get into this. I know that. Yeah, maybe I'll do this little video and then I'll set up a healing field. But I wanted to talk about today in many ways. So this is the 3rd day of a 10-day galactic activation portal. So for 10 days, this portal is open for 10 days. When it's open for a day, it can kind of throw things off a bit or throw things on, depending on perspective. But when it's open for 10 days, it's going to be a wild ride from my perspective. And so this is day 3 of the 10-day portal opening. But in terms of the lunar tone, this is tone 4. So this month is month 4, but the months are based on the lunar tone. So this month is about self-existing tone of form. In other words, what are you bringing in to the world? through your form. So you are a human being, and you have a human nature, and you have a divine nature that lives within the human nature. And those, while we're here, we're working with both of those things. We're working with this human nature, we're working with this divine nature. And when people say I'm only human, it means that they've separated themselves from a connection to the larger oneness. And so I'm only human. Well, I am human after all. But who's talking when they're saying these things? Because there's really no one here on the planet, as far as I understand, who's only human. We're all an aspect of the divine. That doesn't mean you're smart. That doesn't mean you make good choices. That just means that you can and are capable of being intelligent, being wise, being connected to these higher realms, and having an information stream flowing through you that connects you with this world and that world. And those are the same world, but if you're only in this world, then you're feeling like most everybody's feeling right now. Oh, my world is falling apart. And it is. We got the Tower card in the tarot deck, and the Tower card is about things falling apart so they can be reconstructed. It's the whole thing of the phoenix. The phoenix is burned to ashes, and out of the ashes emerges a new life. And people are having physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual issues right now. Many of them, maybe not you, but probably you if you're watching this. We're one whole of humanity. You may see yourself separated based on gender, color, religion, whatever. You may perceive that as your only human part. But as your divine part, you recognize that we're all one. The one aspect of us in one part might be bombing the divine aspect of us with their neighbors. And this could be in your own neighborhood, or this can be in a Midwest neighborhood, or this can be in a Mideast neighborhood. But if people are going like, choo, 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 they're basically blowing themselves up. That's what war is. War is damaging yourself, because we're all ourself. We're our individuation of ourself. But if you say, well, this cell from my skin is not a part of me. And all the rest of the cells go, well, what the heck? Of course we're all a part of each other. We're all cells. The whole organism works because of all the cells. If cells go kind of off grid, we call it cancer. Cells are just all like teenage cells that are right in the refrigerator, trashing the place, and we call it cancer. It's cells that no longer feel like they're a part of a functioning whole. They feel like they're just going to get what they can, while they can, no matter how it affects anyone else. So in many ways, we could think about this illness that we're all a part of because it's an illness on the planet and it's illness of humanity. And it's possible that until we get sick enough, we won't wake up. Or it's possible that when the vibration gets high enough, we will wake up no matter how we're feeling. And we'll see if I even post this because, you know, I want to acknowledge what people are experiencing. I mean, I wrote a friend of mine yesterday. I texted a friend of mine yesterday and I said, I had a B plus day. And you don't know what that means unless you know me and have interaction with me or follow me on these videos where I'm saying like, whoa, that was a pretty rough day. And I've been saying, I think, for the past month, oh, it's a pretty rough day. Kind of an intense day. This is and I knew consciously that I was moving towards Monday, this past Monday, which was one of the 9 days, auspicious days of Pakal where big changes happening. And then that was also the first day of 10 days of galactic activation portals being opened, which means change, 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 change for 10 days. And if we resist the change, then we'll feel sick. Even if we don't resist the change, we might feel sick because we're dumping toxins. But we're definitely at the end of a 28-year cycle of cleansing that was initiated on March 23rd of 1997 and will complete on March 23rd, 24th of 2025. And a new cycle starts on March 25th. So there's 5 months left. Today's the 23rd. So if it completes on the 24th. So we're close to 5 months from completing a 28-year cleansing. And some of you may be listening to this haven't even been here for the full 28 years. I understand. I have some people that, watch these videos who are under 28 years. These videos for all of you to just help you to shift and change so you can stay on the planet through this transformation process. Because if you don't shift and change, I don't know. I truly don't know what will happen. I just know what happens to me when I resist change is I typically get sick, and and it takes me a while until I let go. And then I come through it, and then things get cleared out. So today is a yellow star day about art and beauty and light coming in and the effect of vibration on form. And tone 4 is the self-existing tone. It's the first 3 lunar tones, moon tones, are about the energetics, and then the 4th tone is about them coming into form. And so we're in the month of form, the 4th lunar month. So it doesn't go along with the October, November. I mean, they match them up, but you may have part of October and part of November in one of the months. Powerful, powerful months right now. Powerful, powerful energies of these days. This is day 3 in lunar month 4, but this is day 3 of Galactic Activation Portals. There is a lot. So I ground the energy of the world healing field. What that means is when things are stirred up in the world, I am kind of the drainage system of the bathtub full of dirty bath water. And I drain that. And I keep the field as clear as I can. Then there's big disruptions, war things going on and nature war kind of going on in a way possibly, and just hurricanes and floods and fires. We had winds. We had winds here. I think they supposedly went 40 miles an hour or something. But I know one thing. I hadn't been up in the woods for about 4 or 5 days. And so I went up there yesterday walking in the woods. And I said, what the heck? And it looked like there was a tree on its side right behind my little cabin. I'm like, glad it fell there. The top of a tree, literally 40 feet of the tree snapped off and dropped next to my cabin. Now, if it had dropped on my cabin, it would have crushed it. That's a lot of weight. 40 feet of the top of a big pine or fir tree. It's a lot of weight. So I'm grateful. I got cleanup to do, but at least it didn't crush my little cabin, which I'm working on again to make it a little more energy efficient. Yeah. I think that that's enough. And now I'll make a video setting up the healing field. Or maybe, let me see how much time I've spent. It feels like 10 minutes and it's 18 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to let this go. And I don't know, I don't think I'll publish this, but I'll just say now must go and hang up the phone, turn off the TV.